as good in January. I mean, there's not that many I was dying to see, but because of Sundance and also because I got sick. So I got a little behind. But anyway, so let's just dive in and get started. So the first one we're talking about March 2nd openings. We have Red Sparrow. That's the first one. This stars Jennifer Lawrence, Joel Edgerton, Matthias Schoenaerts, and it's directed by Francis Lawrence. And so this movie looks really intense. Definitely one I'm not going to see. I can guarantee you that from what I've heard from a lot of friends. But I know it doesn't have that great of a Rotten Tomatoes score, but my friends have told me that like Jennifer Lawrence is like super fearless and intense in it. But I guess some of the other characters maybe aren't as well developed as hers. But I don't know. Are you going to see this one? What do you think?
Yeah, I'll see it for sure. Especially since there's not a ton of movies coming out that weekend. But
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this is one that I would love to be more excited about than I really am. But it's just not my kind of movie per se.
Right.
But,
yeah, you don't really like the espionage kind of.
Yeah, I don't like
spy movies.
I was talking to my roommate, and I'm like, this looks like Atomic Blonde, but not as fun. And I didn't even love Atomic Blonde, so. But hopefully it will surprise me. I mean, it has, at last I saw, a 63 on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's not awful. But yeah, I'm kind of torn.
Hopefully, at least maybe her performance will be kind of interesting enough to kind of make it worth watching.
Right. Yeah, I agree. There's like one scene, or like very quickly in the trailer, where it shows her like dancing like a ballerina.
Mm-hmm.
It gave me Black Swan vibes, which is one of my favorite movies. So,
yeah,
more of that would be good, I guess.
Just need to see what you think. Then we have Death Wish, and this thing has starred Bruce Willis and directed by Eli Roth. I think this thing has disaster written all over it. It's been kept. We talked about it in the fall preview, so it's been delayed a bunch, and it's a remake of a. I've never seen it, but I think it's a pretty campy film. I mean, Charles Bronson, and this one looks really bad.
Yeah, we did talk about this, so it feels like Groundhog's Day, but I'm not very excited about. I might go see it just if there's nothing else to see, but it feels like this is a type of movie that we're getting a lot of lately, and I don't know why. Like, what's with this trend?
I agree. I mean, Bruce Willis, he's just been kind of phoning it in for a long time. Exactly. Aside from like a couple Wes Anderson movies, I feel like he was pretty, like Moonrise Kingdom or things like that he's in. But I don't know. It's been a long time since he's been in a good movie. So we'll see. We'll see. So, so then let's move on to March 9th. We have a movie called Gringo opening, and I don't know. This one, it has a good cast. Charlize Theron, Joel Edgerton, David Aiello. It's directed by Nash Edgerton. I don't know if that's any relation to Joel Edgerton. But this definitely doesn't look like my type of movie. But I don't know. It looks like it could be kind of offensive to me, like a lot of caricatures and stuff. But I guess with those kind of, I mean, even the name, obviously, like those kind of things, you just have to like nail it and be so funny that it works, or it like fails spectacularly, I feel like.
Right. I first of all, I'm confused by the title, because I guess what I thought was a gringo is not really a gringo. I thought it was like a white guy American.
That's what I thought too.
But the main character who they're referring to as a gringo is neither white nor American.
Yeah, you're right.
But I actually think it looks like it's a lot of fun. It doesn't look like it's very family friendly. It doesn't look like a Rachel movie. But to me, it looks like it could be funny and like over the top. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm not like super excited for it, but I'll definitely see it. And I think I'll probably like it.
I think this kind of thing has a high pass fail. You know, it'll either be really good and really funny, or people will hate it. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see how it is. It's certainly got a great cast. So
Right, it really does.
yeah. So okay. So next we have Wrinkle in Time, and it has Oprah in it, and Reese Witherspoon, and Mindy Kaling, and Chris Pine, and everything. It's a Disney film directed by Ava DuVernay, based on the classic novel. And this is a film I'm really nervous about. Like, I want it to be good so bad because I love the book. The book is so beautiful and hopeful and lovely and has such great characters, and I love the book. But it's a very tricky book to translate, I feel like. It's got, like, I don't know, like, it's all about this girl trying to, like, basically save her father. Okay. But they go on these sort of side diversions that are all kind of part of that. And I feel like that could be weird in a movie. And so I don't know. It could either be just like part of a great adventure, or it could feel fragmented. It could not work. I just feel like it's a tricky book to translate. And so I'm nervous for that reason. Also, the other thing, I think the marketing has been kind of not the best. And particularly I was very irritated on Twitter this last bit. They had this whole like warrior campaign where the Mrs. Who's and Mrs. Whatsits and these characters, they were portrayed as being these warriors, and Meg is portrayed as being a warrior. And that is so not this book. And so that made me very nervous, because these are actually very like soft but strong characters. They're not warriors. I would never describe them as warriors. And so I was like, so I don't know. I love Ava DuVernay. I like all of her movies, so I trust her. I really want it to be good, because I also really want it to be good because this is the kind of movie I want Disney to be making. You know, like, if this is good, I'd way rather have them be making like semi-ambitious sci-fi kind of type movies than remaking every movie in their canon. Not that I think it's going to be as big as like Beauty and the Beast, but I don't know. It would be really cool, I guess, if it was a great movie and it did really well and I loved it. I would be very happy.
So I haven't read the book. I'm not really familiar with the story or the plot. So I'm going into it kind of I'd say blind. And so I won't get disappointed if it doesn't live up to the book, I guess, which I prefer that personally. Mm-hmm. I think it does look good, and I trust Disney for the most part. I mean, they've had a few of their live action flops, but how bad can it be, really?
I just don't want it to be another Tomorrowland. And Tomorrowland's not like the worst movie ever, right, but it was kind of boring, and it just wasn't a big hit, and it was kind of it wasn't great for them. And that's like the worst case scenario, I feel like.
Yeah, I can see that. That's probably what I would have said is a worst case scenario as well. But like you said, Tomorrowland's not bad. It's not interesting. It's not one that I go back and watch frequently. Yeah. But yeah, I like the diversity. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Way to move forward. So I'm optimistic about it.
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'll say that. The current version that we can't be worse than the current version that we have, which was made by Disney. I think it was actually a TV movie. Oh man, it's so bad. It's so bad. So at least I guess we get some improvement.
There we go.
Next one is Thoroughbreds. This was a Sundance gem that came out. It has Anya Taylor-Joy, Olivia Cook, and Anton Yelchin. I guess this must be his last role.
You would think so. I was surprised because it's been a few years since he died, right?
I know. I was surprised too. I think this was actually a big hit last year at Sundance, and now it's finally getting out. I could be wrong on that, but I think. And directed by Corey Finley. And so this, it looks like, it's billed as like American Psycho, but for like teenagers.
Yeah, American Psycho meets Heathers.
Yeah. And obviously this is not my thing, but like it looked like, for people that like this kind of thing, it looked pretty good. Pretty good trailer, I thought.
This is definitely my thing.
Yeah.
My roommate and I have been really excited about this since we first saw the trailer. And saying American Psycho meets Heathers, that's a great way to market the movie to us.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like Olivia Cook. So I think the cast as a whole is really, really good for this film.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine not liking it. The trailer is incredible. I love the song in the trailer, which that does a lot for me. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. This is the most excited of any of the movies that we've talked about so far.
Yeah, I think it won't be one of those indies that's kind of pretentious. It'll be entertaining, hopefully.
It could become a cult classic. It would be surprising.
Hopefully so. So we have also on the 9th another horror movie, Strangers Pray at Night. I did watch the trailer, and this has Liv Tyler, Gemma Ward, Bailey Madison in it, and Johannes Roberts is the director. And I've not seen any of these movies. The only reason I'm kind of pulling for it to not be terrible is I do love Bailey Madison. She is a Hallmark girl. And so she's in a bunch of Hallmark stuff, and she's so cute, and I like her. So you're like, oh, I hope it's good at least for her.
Well, there's only one so far.
Oh, I thought there were two. Okay.
No, just one, and it came out in, I believe, 2008 or 2009. So it's been a while. And The Strangers is like my go-to for scary movie. Like, it's such a subtly terrifying movie. So I love it.
Okay. Is this the same director or a different director?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I should have looked that up. But, I am looking forward to this. I don't think it can come close to the original, but I'm a little optimistic. It seems like all of the antagonists in the film are the exact same characters, probably not the same actors from the first film. I am surprised Liv Tyler's in it. I didn't know that.
I feel like she hasn't done a movie in a while, it seems like, or I haven't heard her name.
Yeah, and she wasn't in the trailer. I know she was in the TV show The Leftovers.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, but she's not in the trailer, so maybe it's supposed to be a surprise, and you just run the surprise for all of us.
Oh, oops. And Johannes Roberts, I think he's a horror guy. I recognize the name. Sounds familiar to me. So hopefully it's good. Hopefully Bailey Madison will get a hit.
Yeah, don't know who that is, but I'm really Bailey Madison.
She's one of the she's just really cute.
You said Billy Madison at first.
Yeah. Okay, so March 16th, we have Tomb Raider. This is Alicia Vikander, and this director has like the best name in all names. His name is Roar Uthaug.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his name. And so I think it's the perfect person, just based on his name only, to direct Tomb Raider. His name is Roar. No, so I actually think these trailers have been pretty solid for this. I mean, I know it's really hard because video game movies always suck, but if I didn't know that and I just was going just off the trailers, I think they've been pretty fun. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm excited to see it. I don't think the trailers look as good as you do.
Okay.
But I've never been interested in Tomb Raider. I never saw the Angelina Jolie movies. I like Alicia a lot, but I don't think I'll love this movie. I'm still gonna watch it, give it a chance, and honestly, maybe it's good that I have low expectations because that usually works out well for me because I end up liking the movie more. So,
I mean, I don't think it'll be great cinema or something, but I hope it'll be entertaining.
Yeah, I think my problem with the trailer is she's so small, she's so frail, and she's doing these incredible action scenes, being tossed around, and I'm like, she would be dead. She's dead right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to really suspend my belief while watching this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for these kind of movies, for me, if like even something like Justice League, yeah, it looked terrible. It was a hot mess, but like it had like charismatic heroes that I liked, and so I enjoyed it. Like that's like a huge part of this kind of blockbuster for me, is if it's like if it's somebody with some charisma and I just have fun watching it, then like it can, I don't know, I don't really care about a lot of those like special effects and other stuff that people don't look like really silly. Like for me in Thor Ragnarok, when there's that giant dog, that looked really stupid to me. So I guess I'm just sort of weird. But anyway, so the next one is I Can Only Imagine. This is a Christian faith-based film about the band Mercy Me and the writing of the song I Can Only Imagine, like the biggest hit ever in Christian music. And it has Dennis Quaid in it, Madeline Carroll, and it's directed by the Erwin brothers, who were like big in Christian filmmaking. And it'll probably be really bad, but I don't know.
I feel the same way. Like I love the song. I remember it came out when I was in college, and it was like the biggest hit possible in Christian music. And I remember seeing the trailer. I didn't know anything about the movie, and I was just sitting in my local AMC back in November, and the trailer came on, and I heard the dun dun dun, and instantly I knew what song it was.
Yeah. It'll probably be super cheesy, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be one of the more watchable ones. Hopefully. And you're right, that song. That is such a good hook. It is a really good hook.
It really is.
Okay. So then we have Love, Simon. Nick Robinson, Catherine Langford, and Jennifer Garner are stars, and directed by Greg Berlanti. And I actually have a lot of friends who've already seen this because they were screeners or whatever. Oh. And yeah, so I've heard quite a bit about it. And I've heard it's actually pretty sweet. Cute little high school movie about a gay character. And he's, I guess, keeping up correspondence with another guy at school. They're emailing back and forth. They don't know who each other are, kind of a thing. It looks cute to me.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is something that, I mean, especially my community is excited about, because it's something that we don't get to see very often.
Sure.
Yeah, I think it looks like it fits in really well with other straight films of the genre, which is good to me. Like, I don't think it should like be this big spectacle that's unique just for a gay story.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it looks good. The trailer makes me chuckle. I don't think it'll be amazing, but I mean, I'm still looking forward to it. So
yeah, me too. I think it'll be nice. I mean, I like these kind of movies. I prefer the more like syrupy high school movies over like the more like caustic ones, I guess, that get all the awards and stuff. I love like Everything or movies like that are just like, I don't know. I just like that kind of romance, I guess. So anyway, I think it'll be cute. I think it'll be good. So we have 7 Days in Entebbe, and this has Rosamund Pike and Daniel Bruhl, and directed by Jose Padilla. What did you think of this trailer?
Well, I didn't have much of an opinion. I mean, it looked okay. I'm sure it's a true story. I'm assuming. But yeah, it doesn't really give me a strong like feeling either way whether I want to see it or not. I do like Rosamund Pike, so that's a good sign, although I didn't even recognize her with the dark hair.
Yeah.
But what do you think?
Yeah, it looked pretty good. You know, I do actually like the counter-terrorist kind of spy type movies, so I'm not as in love with Rosamund Pike as some people, and Daniel Bruhl can sometimes be annoying to me. So but they both can be talented, so we'll see. But yeah, I was intrigued.
And I have to say, I think most people that like Rosamund Pike just really like her in Gone Girl.
Yeah, and I have an unpopular opinion about Gone Girl. I know. March 23rd, we have Sherlock Gnomes. And have you seen the original Romeo and Juliet?
I did not. I didn't have any desire to.
Blessed soul you are. I didn't care for the film at all, and they change Like, you shouldn't do, obviously you have to change, I get it, Romeo and Juliet, if you're making something for kids, you can have this like horrible, tragic like ending with your gnomes, but like, don't do it at all. Like, it just bugged me. Like, you give this, like it just bugged me that now we've got like William Shakespeare like has been diluted to the point where it's garden gnomes dancing to Elton John, you know, like what is going on? And so it was not for me. And I'm probably less excited for Sherlock Gnomes than for Romeo and Juliet even. Oh my gosh, this looks so bad to me. I mean, I have no interest in, talk about diluting a character. Now we have Sherlock Holmes voiced by Johnny Depp, that he's a gnome, and and then we got more Elton John songs, and I'm just like, oh, this looks so terrible to me. And you've got butt jokes in the trailer, and we got a gnome wearing a thong, you know. It's just like, looks terrible, terrible, terrible. So no, I'm not excited about Sherlock Holmes.
And the bad thing about this movie is they started showing the trailer so early, and I have seen it so many times because I'm always going to the theater. And every time it comes on, I just groan because it's like the lowest form of humor.
Yes.
Yeah, like a gnome farting in mud and saying it's a jacuzzi. And I've noticed that there are 3 different times in the trailer where they make some sort of humor by almost saying a cuss word and like changing it to something else. So
yeah, the joke that my dad like says that he thinks is so funny, and we're all like, Dad, like there was this gas station by our house in Maryland called Sheetz gas station.
Okay.
And my dad, every time for 7 years that we lived there, we drive by, oh, Sheetz, and he'd think it was so funny.
Yeah, I think
so maybe this movie will be right up my dad's alley. He loves Sherlock Holmes. So,
yeah,
my dad.
Ship, Sherlock.
Yeah. So, but thankfully we have animation redemption, and of course it will make way less money than Sherlock Gnomes. But that weekend, this is a really busy weekend, but we have The Isle of Dogs, voiced by Scarlett Johansson, Edward Norton, Bill Murray, and directed by Wes Anderson. And I forget, how do you feel on Wes Anderson?
I actually really like Wes Anderson, but I have an unpopular opinion. I'm not crazy about Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Okay.
So that leaves me kind of concerned about this movie. I didn't get the humor. Like, even watching the trailer for this, I'm like, okay, it doesn't really seem funny to me. There's nothing about the trailer that makes me laugh, really. Except, like, hearing Jeff Goldblum sounding like Jeff Goldblum as a dog. Like, that's funny, I guess.
I don't know. I'm hoping it'll be good.
Yeah.
Good. I do love stop motion so much.
I do think this will be good, and I think it will be fan service for people who do like that sort of film from Wes Anderson. So, like, I'm not worried about it as an objective film. I'm a little worried about it for my personal preference. But,
right.
I mean, it's an interesting concept. But, I mean, just wait till next year when we're watching the Oscars, and this is up for Best Animated Film, and so is Sherlock Gnomes. Which are you going to be?
Yeah. Have Pacific Rim Uprising also that weekend with John Boyega, Scott Eastwood, directed by Stephen S. DeKnight. I actually really like the original Pacific Rim, but this looks I think it looks kind of terrible to me. Okay. I have to say, I watched this trailer and I'm like, because I didn't think that John Boyega was, spoiler alert to our recap video, I didn't think that John Boyega was all that great in Last Jedi. And I saw him in this trailer and I'm like, maybe he's actually not that good of an actor. But I don't know. I was like, he looks really flat. And then Scott Eastwood. So, yeah, I'm not that excited about this one.
Yeah, fair enough. First of all, let me say that an actor can only do so much if they're given a character that's not a great character. Like, he was great in Detroit. I loved him.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I didn't love Pacific Rim, the first one, mainly because it's a movie that like I forgot everything about it like 3 days after I saw it. If you quiz me about things about Pacific Rim, I could not tell you them. It did not leave an impression on me. This trailer, I can't differentiate this trailer from anything about the first movie. Like, what makes this special? What makes this worthy of being made? It's just the exact same thing.
Guillermo del Toro has like a visual flair and a style that at least I think made the first one kind of interesting and different. So yeah, I'm not really. I feel like this is not going to be very good. But I feel like if they really had a lot of confidence in it, they would not be releasing it in March. You know, doesn't it sort of feel like a summer movie?
Yeah, you would think so. But yeah, it's not going to be good.
We also have Final Portrait coming out. This indie, Jeffrey Rush and Armie Hammer. It's directed by Stanley Tucci, which I didn't know that he was the director. Yeah. So there you go. That was kind of fun. I like Jeffrey Rush.
Yeah. And I like Stanley Tucci, so that, I mean, he's always so funny, so that makes me think, like, this has to be funny, right? You would think so.
I would think so. I think it would be like a...
It kind of looks funny.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a comedy, but like, he's like a rascal kind of character.
Yeah. And I did not even recognize Jeffrey Rush for the longest time in watching the trailer.
And we have Unsane. This stars Claire Foy from The Crown. And I don't know. What did you think of this?
I think
Steven Soderbergh.
I think this looks pretty interesting. It looks like a film that's been done a few times, like Shutter Island. It gave me that sort of vibe.
Yeah.
But I'm still really intrigued by it. I've heard good things about Claire Foy. I never watched it. Well, I believe she just won a Golden Globe, right?
In that show.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if it'll be amazing or anything, but it might be a good amount of psychological thriller fun. So
I thought it looked pretty good. I think she's an interesting performer, and yeah, maybe it's been done a few times, but I don't really care about that if it's done well.
Sure, exactly.
So, okay, so then we have Midnight Sun. Like I said, this is a very busy weekend, and it just shows like that. I mean, I said that about them not releasing it in March if they really had faith in it, but there is something to also be said about like we do have a year-round calendar these days that we didn't have before. You have something like Black Panther in February, or the Lego movies have all been released in February, Deadpool, whatever. So anyway, so we have Midnight Sun, and this is very similar, I feel like, to Everything. It's got stars Bella Thorne, Patrick Schwarzenegger, and Rob Riggle. Ooh, I do not like Rob Riggle. But this looked cute, I thought.
First of all, every time I see the trailer, I call this Everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know who Rob Riggle is, but that just sounds like an unlikable person's name.
He's just a very annoying comic, in my opinion. I do not like him at all.
Okay. Yeah. But personally, I'm not super excited about this. I thought Everything was decent. This does not even look as good as that. So I don't know. Every time the trailer comes on in the theater, my roommate groans. So I know he is not looking forward to seeing it.
I almost saw this in a screening, but then I ended up I almost went Valentine's Day actually to see it, but then things came up, so I missed it. But yeah, I agree. It does not look, because the director of Everything had like she brought a little bit of style to it and made some interesting choices, and I thought she elevated it above what it would have otherwise been. And so we'll see. I'll see it, and hopefully it'll be just. I'll take the bullet, right? Okay, so March 30th is Lean on Pete. This is Travis Fimmel Steve Buscemi, Chloe Sevigny. It's directed by Andrew Hay, who's a good director. What do you think of this?
I actually am optimistic about this. Like, on paper, it doesn't necessarily seem like a movie I would be interested in. I do like the cast. I like Steve Buscemi. I really like Charlie Plummer in All the Money in the World. So I'm excited to see him in a lead role this time. And it's IFC is a studio, and this is not the type of movie that they usually put out. So that makes me think that there must be something special about this that you wouldn't necessarily expect. Plus, it has good reviews so far. So
it is rated R. On the surface, it seems like a movie that wouldn't be rated R. Right. You know, this boy and his.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that there's something to this movie that we're not getting from the trailer, which makes me more intrigued.
Yeah. I absolutely loved his movie, 45 Years, from 2015. I thought it was just stunning. And I haven't seen it, but I've heard his movie Weekend is also really good. I just think he's a good director. So I'm excited. The story does look fairly pedestrian, but I think I trust him as a director, I guess. Really upset, but I just love it. I think it is so creative. I think it is so, it's like dystopian that I actually connect with because it's very hopeful. And I really loved all the lead characters, and I really loved the story. And people think it's all about just these pop culture references, but no, like it's about this man who basically puts together this puzzle. And so you need in the Oasis. So you need all those as part of the puzzle. And I mean, Steven Spielberg is the perfect person to direct this. It looks really cool. I love all the casting. I'm really hopeful because, like I said, I love the book, and so.
Yeah, this won't come as a surprise to anybody if you keep hearing me talk about this, but I have not read the book. I don't read books. So I don't know anything about the story other than what I've seen in the trailer. I thought it was an original story when I first saw the trailer. But I thought it looks pretty good, but the latest trailer looks really good. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. Plus, it has Olivia Cook, which I said I like her. Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be one of those good blockbuster movies, you know?
Cook, Ty Sheridan, Ben Mendelsohn, Simon Pegg. Great cast. So I'm really hopeful that it will be good. And so if you ever do feel like reading, don't listen to all the haters. It's a good book.
Okay.
And a great audiobook. If you like audiobooks, Will Wheaton is the reader. He does a good job. So April 6th, we have 4 movies. The first one is delicately called Blockers. That's it. Yeah. John Cena, Leslie Mann, directed by Kay Cannon. This is definitely not for me, but it looks like it could be funny, I guess.
Oh, yeah. It will be funny. The trailer is funny enough for me to know that this is going to be a funny movie. Yeah, this is a David movie. This is not a Rachel movie. I'm very much looking forward to this because I've seen like 3 different trailers and they all crack me up. So yeah, it's going to be very raunchy and not good for kids or family friendly people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. So
cool. Yeah. So then we have A Quiet Place. This is John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, who are a couple, real life couple, and directed by John Krasinski. And this looks pretty cool, I think. It's a pretty good trailer. And it looks pretty creepy, and like I feel like it's trying to be this year's Get Out, and I don't know if it'll quite reach that level, but it looked pretty good, I thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is like by far the movie I'm most looking forward to in these next coming months. Mm-hmm. So I think the trailers look so good. I don't know if you've seen the newer trailer, but yeah, it just has me even more excited for it. And ever since I saw that first trailer, I've been saying this is a Cloverfield movie. This is a Cloverfield movie. So I really think it is. I might be wrong, and if I'm right or wrong, I think I'll still really like it.
Cloverfield Paradox, you think it is?
I do. Because John Krasinski was rumored to be in Cloverfield Paradox, and I think that he has always been on board to be in a Cloverfield movie.
Interesting.
And it's from Paramount, and they're the ones that put out these Cloverfield movies. So, and they like having their little marketing tricks. So I think that they're keeping it a secret, and this is going to be in the Cloverfield universe.
Huh. That'd be cool. I love 10 Cloverfield Lane. Not as big a fan of the first one because it's a little.
Yeah. 10 Cloverfield Lane is definitely the best.
Yeah, I love it. I haven't watched the Paradox yet. I wasn't sucked in by the Super Bowl ad.
But I thoughts on that for our
That one is called Chappaquiddick, and this is a movie with it's directed by John Curran, and it has Jason Clarke, Kate Mara, Ed Helms, Bruce Dern, Jim Gaffigan, and it's all about like Ted Kennedy trying to cover up this accident, this true story that actually happened. It resulted in this woman dying, and kind of all what happened. And I don't know, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I mean, I was just rewatching the trailer. I'd seen it a while back, and for some reason, when I first watched the trailer, I didn't pick up like that it was about Ted Kennedy. But then I was watching this, and I'm like, this sounds just like the Ted Kennedy story. So sure enough, it is. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. It's a story that hasn't been told yet in film, so I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's not high up on my most anticipated list, but it could be good.
Yeah. I think it looks like it could be a good mixture of like sort of art house combined with actual entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and one that I don't think will have that is our next one. You Were Never Really Here. This is another one from Sundance. I think it was last year at Sundance. Joaquin Phoenix, and I don't know. This is about a veteran that I guess hunts down these he's like a detective / veteran, but it's very violent and things get kind of out of control. I don't know. I just thought this looked kind of boring. It wasn't for me.
So this is where it kind of slacked, because I've seen this trailer, but it's been a little while. I saw it when it first came out. I should have rewatched it, so it's not fresh on my mind what this is about, but I do remember when I did watch it, I thought it looked really interesting.
Yeah.
So
he'll probably give a good performance, Joaquin Phoenix. I'm sure it'll be worth seeing, but it just looked like it could be a little boring to me. But.
Yeah, I think we're on different ends of the spectrum here, because I think it looked interesting, but I guess we'll see who's right.
There's Beirut. This is John Hamm, and this is April 11th. Beirut. This is John Hamm and Rosamund Pike. And I don't know. What do you think about this? Political thriller, your favorite?
Yeah, this is another. Right. Yeah, I was about to say this is another one of those that genre of film that I don't necessarily love, but I mean, I do like the cast. The trailer, it has John Hamm talking, and then there's an explosion, so it kind of takes you off guard just watching the trailer alone. So that was intriguing, but overall, like it's not my type of film, so I don't think I'll love it.
Could be interesting. Okay, April 13th, we have The Writer, it's called, and so it's it was all unknowns. It's it's about a rodeo guy. He's not able to compete, gets in an accident, and he's like searching for a new like purpose to live or whatever. And I don't know. What do you think of this?
I actually thought that it looks like it's shot well,
and
maybe an interesting concept, but just watching the trailer alone, I thought the acting seemed very basic. Like, these leads just don't seem like really good actors to me. So
It looked a little more on made-for-TV level to me, but
yeah,
it doesn't mean it won't be entertaining because I love made-for-TV movies. But
that's
I will, we'll see. It does have a female director, Chloe Cow, I guess. So, and then we get a movie that really bums me out. We have Overboard remake of the, I think it's 1981 classic comedy with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, with Anna Faris and Swoozie Kurtz, I guess his name is, and Eva Longoria Swift. And this looks just terrible to me, and it does not deserve to have the name Overboard on the title. Because Overboard is actually really funny, and it's a really good romantic comedy, and this looks really bad. No chemistry. It doesn't look like there's any chemistry between Anna Faris and there was tons of chemistry between Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. They were a couple. I mean, it was great chemistry.
I really think it looks good. But I love Anna Faris. So, I mean, it looks pretty funny for me. I've heard that the first one, I haven't seen the original, but I heard that it's kind of controversial. Just the idea of kind of tricking a woman and making her think that she's your wife. It's a swapped sexes for this film, but
yeah, I guess. I don't know. I like it. I think it's funny. I can see that point, but it's just a silly romantic comedy. Then we have Truth or Dare. This has Lucy Hale, Tyler Posey, Jeff Wadlow. This is Blumhouse, which they usually do pretty good horror movies. But I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they do pretty good horror films. So this looks pretty good. It's intriguing to me. I like the concept. I don't think it will be a great film.
Yeah.
But it might be entertaining, which is really all I expect from them.
Yeah.
So, I guess we'll see.
April 20th, there is Rampage. We've seen this trailer a lot with The Rock and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. So super, like, they've got the man candy. Joe Manganiello in this. So I will enjoy it at least on some level, I think. And this is a video game adaptation, I guess.
You guess, Rachel. You don't know Rampage?
I don't know Rampage. It looks okay. I guess maybe I'm feeling kind of optimistic about The Rock after like actually really enjoying, spoiler alert to our recap video, but I'm really enjoying Jumanji. And so hopefully it'll be fun. We'll see.
Yeah, I believe it's the same director or something that was involved in San Andreas, which I actually liked a lot more than I thought I would. So I actually am looking forward to this.
Cautiously optimistic, would you say about this?
I wouldn't even say cautiously. Like, okay, when people ask me, what's your favorite type of movie? I have a really hard time answering that, but I really like movies like Jurassic Park and King Kong and the new Planet of the Apes. I like things with big monsters in it, apparently. I should say monster films. So, and this is what this movie is. I mean, I don't think it'll be as good as any of those, like, obviously, but I think I'll have a lot of fun. And I did play Rampage. I was that gorilla, like, busting down big skyscrapers at arcades, like in the 90s. But yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Okay. So then we have Tully, and this has Mackenzie Davis, Ron Livingston in it, and Jason Reitman, who is director. I love Juno. It's one of my favorite movies, like, of all time. I just love that movie, and I love I really love his Up in the Air. I think it's a really great movie. So I don't know. What did you think of this?
Well, I don't know if there's a second trailer yet, but the first trailer does not give away much. It just shows a mother that's kind of like going through the daily grind and doesn't seem to be getting any sort of appreciation. But I think it'll probably be pretty good. I like Juno. I know it's the same creator as Young Adult, which I haven't seen, but I've heard really good things about that as well.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty optimistic about this.
I always give his movies a shot. Yeah, you're right. The trailer's kind of cryptic, so we'll see what comes next. So we have Super Troopers 2. And was there a trailer for that? Have we gotten a trailer for this yet?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it. Sorry.
Trailers.
I have not seen the original Super Troopers. Are you excited for this?
I haven't seen the original either, so I can't really be that excited about it. I mean,
okay.
It's everybody. I mean, a lot of people love Super Troopers, so maybe I should watch it and then watch this. But yeah, I don't.
Silly comedy.
I don't have a lot of thoughts about this.
Okay. I have April 27th. We have Traffic. This has Paul Patton, Rosalind Sanchez, Omar Epps, and I don't know. What do you think of this?
Yeah, this looks like a good suspenseful action movie. So, yeah, and it's good to see diversity in this kind of movie as well, because I mean we're so used to seeing this type of movie with just a bunch of white people.
I hope it'll be good, because Paul Patton is, she's had a bad stretch. I mean, like she was in the terrible Adam Sandler movie, The Do-Over. She was in Warcraft, which just was like, and so she needs to fire her agent. So hopefully this is a step up for her. It looked pretty good. And then the last movie we're going to talk about is I Feel Pretty, with Amy Schumer and Michelle Williams, directed by Mark Silverstein. This does not look appealing to me. I don't know. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I feel like we were at the same place a year ago with Snatched, where you're like, yeah, this doesn't look good. And I'm like, oh, it looks so good. But I won't even say that. I think this looks good. It doesn't look so good to me. It does look funny. I like Amy Schumer. There are certain parts of the trailer that really had me laughing, like the whole wet t-shirt contest.
Okay.
Part with everybody in the audience going crazy. I mean, it's a really funny premise, I think. It kind of reminds me of like Shallow Hal, except maybe better, because it's more about self-positivity instead of, oh, this person looks ugly, usually they're not. So I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fun. So
I hope so. I mean, I would love it. I mean, it's obviously a message that I would ring true to me. So yeah, I'm open to it being good. I didn't love the trailer though. I thought it looked really cringy. But so that's all of the movies we're talking about. So I think I'm most excited for Ready Player One out of all of these. And then I would say I'm least excited for Overboard, because that just bumps me out, because I really like the original a lot. And I would, those I probably say most, because like a lot of the horror ones I'm not going to see. But I would say I'm most excited for Ready Player One, and then probably Isle of Dogs, and then least excited for Overboard, and that's the least. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm definitely most excited for A Quiet Place. It's not even close for me. Yeah, that's number one for me. And second is close. I would probably go with either Ready Player One or Blockers. But there's quite a few that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
And as far as ones that I'm not looking forward to, Night Sun is potential. Oh, Sherlock Gnomes. That's
too. Oh man. Ugh. I did a 2018 animation preview with my friend Tony. And we had to preview Sherlock Gnomes and then Duck Duck Goose in a row, and we're just like, oh man, this is gonna be a rough year. Well, maybe, who knows? Who knows? I always try to turn off. I always try when I go into the theater. I always try to have an open mind, despite what I might think about trailers or whatever. Because otherwise, what's the point? I'm wasting my time if I already decided I'm not going to like it when I go into it. That's stupid. All right. Well, thanks so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. And like I said, we'll get together soon and do the winter review. I'm really excited. Actually, that was going to be really fun. But where can people find you?
You can find me at Facebook and Film Freaks. Go to facebook.com/Film Freaks Group, and you can find us there. Rachel's there too. I'm also on Twitter, the David Healy, so you can follow me there.
So you can follow me at Smiling LDS Girl on social media and at Rachel's Reviews on iTunes and YouTube. So make sure to check that out. And thanks again.